The octagonal reception table here in this office, represented by a polyline drawn with the polygon command, has been so popular that they now want one here in the reception area of this particular office. So what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the copy selection command and also object snap tracking to place a copy of that table here in the reception area. Now the first thing we're going to do, just pan upwards a little bit and then roll upwards on the wheel mouse to zoom in to the reception area. And then make sure here on your layers panel that you're using your points layer as the current drafting layer. Now you should know how to change your layer by now. So again, layers panel and then layer pull down. And you need to be on your points layer. We're now going to go to the draw panel here. Click on the flyout and select multiple points there on the flyout. And then come back over here to the reception area. Now, this is where we're going to utilize object snap tracking. Go down to OTRACK here. You can see it's on already because it's highlighted in blue, but just right click over it and go to settings on the shortcut menu. We need to make sure that our midpoint is on here, and we also need to make sure that object snap tracking is on here. Also, for obvious reasons, object snap must be on as well. Click on OK. Okay, back in the drawing area. Now, when you're using object snap tracking, you hover. You do not click. You hover over the points where you are going to get an object snap. So, I hover here. See the midpoint snap of the window there? When the midpoint snap appears, do not click. Just hover. Then, we're going to come down here and hover over the midpoint here of this line, this wall line. Not the hatch line, I hasten to add. Now if I drag upwards now, see the polar tracking line kick in? But as I approach where the midpoint of the window is, can you see the intersection of those two midpoints? That is object snap tracking using those two object snap tracking points to let me know that I have an intersection there where I can place that point. I can have up to 7 concurrent tracking points like that. Okay? When I pick an 8th one, the first one then drops off the radar, keeping a concurrent amount of 7 in total at all times. I've only got 2 here, but I left click and my point is now exactly in the right place. I hit escape now to come out of the point command. Okay, let's just pan out slightly now, and we now need to use the copy command. I'm going to do a regen there because my point has got kind of small. And it's a little bit more obvious now. 5% of the screen size at all times when you do a regen. Now, what I need to do now is I need to move this, but copy it. So I need to leave the original there and put a copy down here. It's just like using the move command, exactly the same in fact. The process is the same. You select the object, pick a base point, and I'm going to place the copy there. Now, how do I find a center snap of a polyline or polygon? If I click on that, there is no center grip, there is no center snap. So how do I do it? Well, just pan and zoom a little bit so that you can see both the table there and the point. Little trick here, select your object to copy first. It's quicker. It's called noun verb selection. Noun is an object, verb is a doing word. It's switched on by default in AutoCAD. So I click on my noun, my object. I then go up to copy here on the modify panel. Or what I can do is I can right click and go to copy selection. Notice the icon is the same. Do not use copy or copy with base point. They are Windows clipboard commands. You need this one here, copy selection in AutoCAD. I click on copy selection, it asks for a base point. So utilize your object snap tracking to get the midpoint of one of the diagonals or one of the vertical or horizontal lines that forms on the octagon. Watch. I hover there. I do not click. Okay? I hover there. I do not click. As I come in together, there's the intersection, just like with the point earlier, and then I left click for my base point. And now I have the center of my octagonal table. I take it down to the node snap here. Remember, your node snap needs to be on. You know how to check it. Left click, and there's your copy. Now you'll notice it goes on to offer more and more copies ad nauseum like so. We only need the one, so we press enter to finish, and as you can see there, we've got a copy of our table in the reception area.